We're making some art today. I'm your host, EJ Parker. We are live. Vintage Classic Solutions. What am I making? I don't know. I'm just making things like this. Yeah. All right. I'm going to stay focused. I got to find my glue gun. Uh-oh. Where's my glue gun? I'll be right back. Got the hot glue gun. Look out. All right, so I'm gonna get this glue gun all heated up. Making some space. That's always a challenge, right? This is what I'm working on. I'm making things like this. Last night I just started making these things and it's been fun, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So far, this is what I made so far on this next one. The heart. And that's the eye of God and the triangles I see, my head and the flying heart. And I'm gonna put it on a gold. I just collect cardboard from grocery stores that I use for shipping in my antique and vintage store of Vintage Classic Solutions. I'm your host, EJ Parker. Thanks for watching. We are live doing some art and craft. So I'm gonna glue this with a glue stick, to like that. And then this other piece of cardboard, I have the silver. It's gonna look like that, kind of like. But I wanna, let's see, can you shout out to my daughter? Is it Monica? It's her birthday. Happy birthday. Is it Monica? Happy birthday. Hello, everybody. All right. Let's talk about love and dating life. All right. How's your love and dating life going? Love from India. All right. Love from Ohio. How's your dating life going? While I make art, I'd love to know all about dating life. These days, I don't know. I haven't gone on a date in a really long time. Let's see. You're 6. I'm 45. I'm not an ageist. All ages are welcome here. This is a friendly channel. Let's see. Just going around showing smaller creators love and kindness and respect. Aw. Hi, Marie. Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm making this. I'm making these things. This is entitled How My Bleeding Heart Sings with Mercy. I made this one last night. And then I'm making another one right now. I made this one last night as well. Bam. And what it's made out of is I use these styrofoam skulls. I use Posca markers are my best friend. Posca markers are so awesome. I love these things. And let me show you how big they are. Like that. It's a huge chunk. And you just, you know what I mean? You can just really cover a lot of ground with these things. I love them. And the gold is really vibrant and brilliant. So I use it on a lot of stuff. So now what I'm going to do is just make little stars around the edges So back to the dating thing. Are you dating anyone right now? Let's see. Are you single? No, I'm not single right now. I'm married. I survived the war. Good for you. It was hell out there. I'm shot dead. Uh-oh. Are you a ghost? I don't believe in ghosts till I see proof. If you can prove to me that ghosts are real, then I'll believe it. If I see it with my own eyes, I'll believe in ghosts. I believe in the mystical, the magical, I think. But I think there's a spiritual realm or some energy realm. It's kind of like being enlightened. Like if someone's truly enlightened, there's got to be some magic happening there, right? Like some legitimate, unexplainable magic. But how can you prove someone's enlightened? So I've been watching some interesting stuff on this thing called YouTube, and I've been learning about Orthodox Christianity and some of like these modern day saints. Like there's monks that spent time in the desert. It's quite remarkable. And there was one that was photographed. This one monk died like in 1991, and after his death, someone like made a pilgrimage and wanted to see this person's so I did this monk's small bedroom, and they went in and they took a picture. It was like all these holy relics, and they took a picture, and when they got developed, that monk was standing in his room with like his long beard and his robe, and there's even the date, like how the old school photos had like the date in the corner. It was like 11 months after his death, and it's like a guy standing there with a long beard and a robe, and in his room. And some photographers said that the way this person's standing it's not like humanly realistic. Like they're way taller than they should be, and they're so tall that they shouldn't even fit in the frame. So there's all this weird stuff to it. It's just like this mystical, you know what I mean? Like mysticism, the unexplainable. You know what I mean? So now what I'm gonna do is this. So now I'm gonna hot glue gun this to this. I should do that now, actually. I have to do this in the right steps, otherwise I screw it up. The more I make these, the more I realize I have to do it the proper steps. Otherwise, it'll mess something up. I'm your host, EJ Parker. We are live in my vintage and antique store, where I also make art. I have great news today as well. I'm gonna go brick and mortar. Yeah, brick and mortar. In a small town called Mentor, Ohio, which is the home town of Garfield. President Garfield, James A. Garfield's got a home near this place. It's an antique store. I'm gonna set up a booth in there. I'm so excited about that because I need an outlet for my antique items that are just overflowing. I mean, if you watch my channel, you see I'm surrounded in a pile what I lovingly call junk, but my antique and vintage items, they're everywhere. And what I can't sell on eBay just builds up, and then it hinders my ability to buy more stuff, and then it's like a traffic jam. So now I have an outlet for a lot of the larger things, and I have so much stuff, so this is great. I'll keep up to date on that. I'll probably be going live from my store now, my brick and mortar store. This is a big deal for Vintage Classic Solutions. So thank you for your support. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna use glue stick, various glue. We're using glue guns and glue sticks for various. So paper, I'm using glue sticks because glue gun is too much, right? It's overkill. I'm gonna glue this to this gold frame because I think it's all dry. And then I'm gonna do the silver frame. Then I got a hot glue gun the silver frame to the back of it. I guess what these are called is like the series of these works are called How My Bleeding Heart Sings for Mercy. I started making these last night. All right. What am I gonna do with these things? I don't know. I might try to sell some in my brick and mortar store now, or I might make a what are they called? A diptych. It's like a 3-piece like opening altar. I might like connect these somehow. I don't know. I bought a Ethiopian handmade wooden diptych yesterday, Christmas morning, in a drastic aid to plug the hole in my soul. I bought a bunch of holy relics on eBay yesterday. I bought a antique brass crucifix, Byzantine crucifix. And I got frankincense and myrrh. How about that? And one of those incense burners you see like in the Orthodox churches, they walk around and it swings. I got one of those coming in from Jerusalem. How about that? I wanted to get an antique or vintage one, being an antique and vintage enthusiast like yourself, yours truly, but those cost a hell of a lot. So I don't have that in the budget right now. But I'm gonna now, this is glue stick. I'm gonna just smash it down and make it flat. Like I don't have $300 handy to buy an antique incense burner, even though I love it. But the new one looks cool. It's handmade, made of brass from Jerusalem. So that's coming in, and that was only like $34 free shipping. So that's like so reasonable. So I had to do that, and then I got frankincense, a bag of frankincense, because I'm gonna walk around and like frankincense everything, right? Like why not? Get the bad spirits away. See if that works. I feel like there's like a tug of war in my soul. Like Christmas was brutal on me. I like listened to Byzantine chant. So I learned that I really prefer Byzantine chant over Gregorian chant. How about you guys? I had to study Gregorian chant in college. I was a music major, and it bored me to tears. Byzantine chant's got more of a melodic flow to it. Anyhow, I just got in this weird state yesterday, and I made these pieces of art, and I felt like my soul was just in tug of war. Something was weird, really weird. It was my weirdest Christmas ever. But I got these works of art, and I learned that I appreciate Byzantine chant way more than Gregorian chant. So who the hell knew that? Gregorian chant is based off Latin, like the Roman Catholic Church, and Byzantine chant is based off Greek, and it's in the Orthodox Church. It's still Christianity. It's still Old and New Testament. It's just different rules to the game or whatever. I don't know. All right, so now that's on there. My gold frame. These are cardboard pieces I just found at the grocery store this morning. Once I figured out how to make these things, once I got like the blueprint down of what I'm going to do to these, like this one's got a heart with the Orthodox cross, which symbolizes to me free will because of this. Because the points up to there was another cross, there was another sinner here that repented next to Jesus Christ, and there was another sinner here on the cross. They were both crucified, and this one didn't repent, and this one did. So this one went to heaven, and this one went to hell, and this is a symbol of free will. That's why I got that tattoo of the same thing. It's free will. It's a symbol of our free will, in my opinion. So that one's that's that. That one's done, and then this one I'm working on now, and then I'll probably start another one, and I'll probably do this until I'm just bored of it or sick of it or something, or I don't know. Or I'll just keep doing it. But I like it a lot. I love the heart, the stemmed heart. Oh, I love it. It's like a French symbol. I'm a vintage and antique dealer. My name is EJ Parker. Thank you for checking in. If you like this stuff, please subscribe. Please like and subscribe. That really helps me out a lot. I'm trying to really build this. And we're all about helping each other use creativity and our imaginations to achieve our goal. And my goal is I've achieved a lot of my goals in life. I got to travel the world playing music. I've worked with rich and famous people. I've performed for royalty and presidents of the United States. I performed tableside to the Prince of Denmark. He passed away. So I've had all this stuff happen to me in my 20s because I worked hard though on my music. Now I'm working hard on my antique and vintage and my art. And we'll see where that takes me. So far, there's ups and downs, but that's the way it is. You know, the struggle is what makes it real. No matter what you're doing in your life, the struggle is part of it. If there's no struggle, if you ever made it to the top, it wouldn't be as sweet, and you wouldn't hold that success or that achievement or that state of happiness in such high regard. If it came to you too easy, it wouldn't be as real. That's how I feel about it. All right, so now I'm doing my stars with 3 points. It's all about the markers, tools of the trade, folks. These are Copic sketch markers. One side is like a brush, almost, like for calligraphy, and this is like a more of an angled one. These are great. It really adds a nice handmade touch to everything. So now it looks like this. So I have silver, I had the gold on silver. And then now I gotta get the hot glue gun, and then I gotta add my skull. This is my yes. When everyone else tells you no, I say yes. I advocate for you and your goal. Because there's people around you that might say no to you and your goal. Or might try to dissuade you. And your goal could be whatever. It could be anything. Whatever it could be spiritual. It could be physical. I don't know. Just don't let anyone dissuade you from your passion and your goal. You have to stand up for yourself, and I'll help you with that. All right, so now we got to go hot glue gun. Let me think. Am I missing anything? I think I'm good. Because now I'm talking to all of you, I can distract myself in these steps. But I think, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? Hello? Glue gun jokes. I'm full of them. Why isn't this working? It's not hot. What, did it blow a fuse? Oh, come on. It worked last night. Let's see. Well, glue guns are so cheap. They cost like $3 new. Like, you don't need to buy a used glue gun, folks. So I learned that. I was going to Goodwill looking for a used glue gun. Then I went to like an arts and craft store. It's like $3. I'm like, what the hell? Sometimes like thrift stores will price things more than the original store. It's like, come on. It's funny. All right, so the glue stick's not strong enough to hold the cardboard to cardboard. So I gotta wait for that. Now while I wait for that, so I made all these symbols. This is like my symbol like sheet of things I just thought of to kind of mess around with. I love symbology. So I'm gonna make another heart. I hope this glue gun still is gonna work. I think it's warming up. Yeah, it's warming up. All right, let me get some more paper. Let me check the chat. You want to see some magic? Okay. Let me. Where's my magic at? All right. Let me see if I got this. Okay. Here we have a magic stick. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gems on this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gems on this side, all of various colors. Okay. How does this trick go? It's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. So you have to pick a number 1 through 10. Okay, the first one that picks the number will always go with. All right. So pick a number 1 through 10. Anyone, just give me a number in the chat. It's been a long time. I'm a little bit rusty. So you can see the gems. Give me a number, someone. 1 through 10. I can't give myself a number. It's got to be more interactive than this. Otherwise, I can't do it. I can't channel my magic on my own. So, number 1 through 10. I'll put that to the side and we'll wait for a number to appear while I check the glue gun. How about that? Yep, it's getting hot. All right, cool. Now we can do this. Now I can glue. So back to the art project. Magic. Magic, magic. We have some magic tricks. Here at Vintage Classic Solutions, we have a lot. I specialize in generalization, so that means I have a lot of stuff. All right, this is good to go. Let's do it. We're gonna apply the glue. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right. All right, so that goes on there. I'm gonna push it down so it dries flat. And then the next thing I do is add the skull. All right. So now it looks like this. And then the skull. It's gonna go, I think, like that. Styrofoam hot glue. It's a volatile combination. All right, bam. That dries quick. And then I love that gold. Man, these things are so good. If you need to make gold happen in your life, I gotta get sponsored by these damn things. Posca markers. I love them. Anyhow, so this has, I'm hesitant to say it's complete because I don't know. Let me see here. I don't know what else I need to do. I think this is done as far as this format of making, oh wait, is this done? I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna outline. Shit, I forgot to do that, dog it. It's not a big deal. I'm just gonna do a little black outlining on the gold frame because it just makes it pop a little more. Today I'm celebrating the fact that Vintage Classic Solutions is going brick and mortar. Yeah, I'm gonna start selling out of a antique store called Our Treasures in a town called Mentor, Ohio. So I'm super excited about that because I have a lot of stuff that I gotta sell. All right, so I'm gonna outline this gold part, the gold frame of cardboard. Usually I do this before I glue it, I forgot, but it's not a big deal. It's just, again, learning the steps when you make something. Like, you make the first one and you kind of like work your way through it as you do it. And then you realize, oh, I could have done this step earlier or later. And then the second one, you apply that, like, you know, your steps or whatever. And then by the third one, you kind of have it down. And this is the fourth one. So I'm a professional, whatever these are called, maker now. All right, so that's outlined. Am I gonna do this too? Don't want to do the, I don't know. Do I want to outline the silver and black as well? Does it need it? That's what we got so far. I gotta date this one. What's today? 26? All right. My bleeding heart sings of mercy. Da, 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 da. That's it. I think this one's done. All right, so to compare it to the other one. Hey, Sketches and Threads. Just in time. I just finished one of these, my newest, whatever these are. This is entitled My Bleeding Heart Sings for Mercy. Bam, I love these gold markers. Yep, new artwork, yep. I don't know if you know about these Sketches and Threads, but man, oh man, Posca markers. These are the ones they lock up behind the case, like at the art store. They're like locked in that clear case. But now I know why, because they're so good. Last Christmas, I got 10 of these, I think, for Christmas. Like just a box full of gold ones. Because I love them. And I'll go through them. I use them a lot. And because that gold, it just pops. It's like, it looks like a real gold foil almost. And this is just applied cardboard, styrofoam, and these things are just printer paper. No. It's these Posca markers. It's just paper on cardboard I get from the grocery store. It's these things. And I love them because you get these huge... I actually get sponsored by these damn things. How much I talk about them. Like, check it out. You got red ones, but I love the gold ones. I have a ton of gold ones. There's white ones. I mean, everything, you know what I mean? But check it out. So you get like a real bold, bam. Like you gotta make a garage sale sign, right? And the gold ones, these are great for tagging too. Like when I tag the stuff, you know, a lot of it, I'll just use these things. But like for tattoo design, I made it when I made this tattoo, which I got in my back. I used the Posca markers because you want that thicker, fatter look. It looks different, you know what I mean, than like a magic marker, obviously. And the gold is just so freaking awesome. Look at that. It shines. And then the silver is great. So I got like 10 of these for Christmas last year, and I'm still working my way through them. A few of them I've already gone through. Here's a silver. Silver's good. Silver and gold together is super awesome. Just bam. Oh, I love it. And it dries it dries faster than paint. Isn't that awesome? It shines. The gold's like shining. Yeah. So I got these. I went today actually I had to get like a chain, like something for a jewelry project. And I wanted to get another one, but it was locked up. So this is $10. I'm a marker salesman now, but these are worth it. They'll make your life that much more awesome. Uni Posca. These are like $9.99, at least in Ohio, and they're behind the case, so you know they're good. But no, they're really worth it. These things, I think I found some of these at a thrift store once, and I'm like, oh, let's get them for my kids or whatever. And then we tried them. Like, oh, these are awesome. And we kept buying them from the art store, and they're not cheap, but they're worth it. And if you want, you know, your art's worth it, right? So you want to have the right tool for the job. And then I use these things. The Copic, these are awesome for getting like that real calligraphy like style. It's got like a brush tip, you know, for like just anything that, I mean, it just looks so good. And it's really easy to use. And you can get all kinds of just different look. Like you need like a really thin look. You know, it's more of like a brush than a marker, it feels like. And I think these are all made in Japan. Yeah, made in Japan. Japan makes good stuff. These are made in Japan. Yep. Colors made in France and the markers made in Japan. So you get what you pay for. Those are awesome. And this one is now, I think, dry completely. My latest project. This is called My Bleeding Heart Sings for Mercy. That skull is, that's just a white styrofoam skull that I use as markers on, and now it looks like a piece of gold. I love it. And again, that heart stem, man, it does look like foil sketches and threads, but it's just printer paper that I use these markers on. That's why I love it, because who wants to go out and like get like gold foil? You know what I mean? It's expensive or whatever, but these markers solve a lot of problems. And they come in like thick, you know, these are like the thickest ones they come in. I love these for tagging, like when I do my tag style. It's fun, but they make thinner ones as well. So, you know, just go get the gold ones and silver and have fun. Look at that. Shiny. How's everyone doing? Sketches and thread. Did you get everything you want for Christmas? I hope you did. I got a bunch more of these things. The gold is so good. I love it. It's like liquid gold. It really is. I found some stuff today too, but I wasn't gonna make this like a find video, but I found some really weird statue. I like statuary, and this one's like really weird. It's got like this pagan feel. It's got like it's like a Nordic, it could be almost like a Santa Claus, but it's not. It's got like this cauldron at its feet, and it seems to be like small beings in it. So it almost seems like it could be, I don't think it's satanic, but it's really weird. I gotta ask. I did Google Lens, I did eBay, and they're nothing. And then, so now I gotta ask AI, because it'll look at the symbology of what those things are and kind of put something together, concoct something to tell me. And I think that one of the problems is like the arm, like the right arm's broken. I think it's holding a staff, so it's gonna be interesting. But it caught my eye enough to make me buy it. And these are only like $4 too. So, and it's heavy enough to be like a lawn ornament. It's like a heavy, like chunky cement, but it's been painted, and it's got like this weird texture to it. So I don't know. It's a curious piece that I will feature at some point. Let's see. I celebrated with my 90-year-old grandmother. Oh wow, that's awesome. Now I'm cleaning and downsizing to make room for my art to start creating for Etsy. Oh cool. I want to check out your store. I want to see what you do. What I want to do on my channel is get the community thing going where you can feature your art on my channel and we talk about it, and your collections, because I want to get inspired and I want to learn from you all. So I want to have a thing where you just, it'll probably be a video. I gotta look into it. I haven't even looked into it yet, but I know it's a possibility where you guys send me your photos of collections and probably videos too. And I want to look through it. That's gonna be fun. And we can do things like, even like collaborate, because if it's a collection that I know about or like a fun topic, we can probably work something out. So that's cool. Well, 90 years old, that's great. Longevity. My store's empty right now, but I have secured the name. Good. Yeah, you mentioned that. That's great. That's great. I'm happy you secured the name. That's important. That's important. Speaking of shops, I just secured my first brick and mortar endeavor ever. I'm going to be selling vintage classic solutions out of a antique store called Our Treasures in a town called Mentor, Ohio. It's a city, it's a town. It's a small city or a town. But I'm super excited about that because I have a ton of things in my store that I need, just in my life, that I need to move in order to make room for more. So it's a big antique store in a good location, and I'm going to have like a quarter of a smaller room. So that's going to be my start. So I'm super excited about that. And I'll be going live from my store now. That's great because that'll be just a new thing, you know, new thing to learn and share. And it'll be cool too because I'll be able to talk to other antique dealers. Because how I walked into this situation today, like 2 hours ago, was I went out to go buy something at this antique store, and you develop a rapport with the people, and it's very close to my house. And talking about, you know, how eBay can be, it's great because you're your own boss, but you're always really lonely because it's just you in a vacuum. Thank God I have YouTube now to talk to, but you know, YouTube or eBay, there's no one to like learn from, or hey, what'd you find? Like you see what they have, and you know, they go to estate sales, and just to learn from others. That doesn't happen on eBay. So as I'm telling the shop owner this, they're like, oh wow, that's cool, and telling me about the prior tenants of the store, and then she was like, do you want to see the room? I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, and then the price was good, and I'm like, well, let's just do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it. So I'm really excited about it. The everything kind of aligned. And I'm already like designing it in my head. Even though like I only have a quarter of a small room, I'm gonna really make it look like it's me. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna walk in the store and you're like, oh, this is where EJ's selling out of. So I'm excited to do that, and that'll start in about like 2 or 3 weeks. A new physical, yeah, that's right. Thank you for your support, Sketches and Threads. And when you have your eBay or Etsy store up, please let me know about it. I want to check it out. But yeah, I'm so excited about this. It's gonna be because now because what happens now is when I go out, now that my shop where I store my stuff in the garage in the morning, where you see me do my packing, it's getting to be the point where like I have paths to walk through. I had to carve out, and once those paths close, I gotta climb over stuff, and I can't do that. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that because it's antique stuff. I'll break it. So I have to have a quicker outlet than eBay. So this is just what I needed. So my mind's racing about ideas, but all I need to do is literally go out to my patio, and all the stuff that's just sitting there can just go over that shop, because I have all this weird, interesting things. Sometimes they're too awkward to ship in the mail. Fragile, or you know what I mean. Some things just like aren't conducive to shipping, even though I love to ship anything. And when I first started doing this eBay stuff, my challenge to myself was I'll ship anything, and I did. But then it gets to the point where you're not making enough money to where it's not worth the while of all the material you got to go out and find, and like it might take you a while to wrap it. Just trying to like streamline your time to be the most efficient, right? That's what I'm getting at. All right, so these are done. This one's way lighter. This one's got more cardboard to the back of it and some single sheet. What I want to do is also get like a triangle so I can flip it up and it'll stand on its own. Because right now I don't have a way to hang these unless I just get a wire and poke it through and hang it. But I think I'm gonna get like a little triangle so it just kind of holds itself up like a frame, like that. Yeah, you're right. Sketch and Threads, yes. Cool. I'm gonna cut out another heart. So what I like doing to add texture to these hearts, I'm gonna use this example sheet as a. Where my scissors go? For the love of Pete. I have other people doing arts and crafts in the house, which is good, but it means things move around. Let me see. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Got scissors. So all I'm gonna do now, start my next project, is this. Cut out a heart. I wanna do it I'm gonna do it here. And my hearts always have to look a little bit imperfect, because that's the way it should be, right? There's no perfect heart. My hearts are flying, they're on the move, so it's gotta look like that. A fluttering heart, like that. And then it's gotta turn red. So all I do now is this. This is why I used to wear my clothing inside out, or I still do, usually. I bought some new clothing, finally, because it kind of got ridiculous. But because I would just get paint all over my clothing, so I wear my clothing inside out. Then I need to explain to everyone why my clothing's inside out. So that's gotta dry, and it dries quick. And while this is drying, I'll start my other... I want to do another stemmed heart. I'm gonna cut. I love that stem, it looks sweet. I see that in a lot of French symbolism. That kind of heart. So I'm just gonna cut the outline of the shape, and then I'll cut the stems or the leaves out. Okay. It's like a mushroom. So now I'm just gonna cut kind of like a pineapple top looking thing. Now it's at the depressing time of tearing down the Christmas ornaments and decorations. I always hate that. It's like, ugh. When people ask me like, hey, how was your Christmas? My new thing is I just say I prefer Halloween. You know what I mean? All right, so let me see. Just too much commercialism involved. It's like, and if you think about it, it doesn't make sense. Like people that aren't Christian celebrating the birth of Christ just to go out and buy stuff at Walmart. I get overwhelmed with those thoughts. It's like, wait till, oh, this guy wait. All right, so. I think this is good. That's the stem, and now the fun part. Posca gold, baby. This is so fun. I love the gold. What side? What side do I want? I want the textured side. And it will look like gold foil. Sketches and threads, you're right. It does look like gold foil. It's like make your own gold foil. It's like a paint marker, is what it really is. Check it out. It's all heavy now. Gold. It's gotta dry. Then I'll do a second layer just to really reinforce that gold. Now here's my heart. You can see the old, like the lines from the gold paint underneath. That's what I want. Where's my red at? I think I'm doing another layer of red. I don't know, should I? Maybe not. I think it's good. I don't want to screw it up. All right, so this gold's gonna dry. That's heavy, it's thick. But when it dries, it's gonna look freaking awesome. Now I gotta start seeing my triangles. So what I do here, the background. So I see I think I have Pareidolia. So what that is like a fluke in your mind where you see shapes in anything. So I see triangles. I see the shadows of triangles everywhere and everything. I thought everyone did as well until I asked someone about this recently, and they're like, EJ, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, don't you see those triangles and everything in the shadows? They're like, no. That's when I realized I think I might see things a little bit differently. So all these triangles, I just stare at a white piece of paper until I see triangles, and then I just color them in. The That's all I do. And this one, you know what I mean? I'm just coloring in the triangles that I see in my mind or on the paper. And they appear as little shadows. So the pareidolia is when you see things like that. And it doesn't have to be triangles, it could be anything. But I happened to see triangles, and I thought everyone did. Until I started asking someone about it, and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, what does it mean with all the triangles? Like, what's the significance in nature? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, triangles you see everywhere. Like, EJ, I don't see triangles everywhere. And I'm like, oh. That's when I did some research. And I self-diagnosed myself with the help of AI as having pareidolia. You gotta be careful how you say that, you know what I mean? What am I looking for? And they think Picasso had pareidolia. There was a study that Picasso, they think, had pareidolia. Because when I do things, when I draw the bottle, if I don't draw, I'll show you. If I draw what I see, it looks cubist, like this, my bottle. These are all triangles I see, right? And then if I want to make it photorealistic, I have to blur them in like this to make it look like a photograph. But what I'm really seeing is something like this, these shadows of triangles everywhere. So I read, because someone said, oh, it looks like Picasso. I'm like, I'm not trying to be like Picasso. I don't even claim to be an artist. I'm just someone making drawing, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, well, wait a minute, what? It does look cubist. I can't deny that, cubism. And I'm not a cubist, right? And then I read some reports saying that they did some study where they thought that Picasso had pareidolia. And it makes total sense to me because the way he makes things in proportions, that's like it just seems like where it's come from. It probably came from that. He was seeing these things and you just copy what you see. So the gold stem, wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? It really shines. And the heart, now the key is this. You gotta really wait till they're dry because if you, I'm gonna go over this in black marker in a minute, but if you don't wait, you're gonna screw up your markers because it'll bleed on to the other one. I have a stink bug in the house. When it's cold outside, all the stink bugs come inside and they're doing their thing. So, but they don't stink unless you make them mad. So that, there's that. But yeah, you gotta wait till this stuff dries. Otherwise, you're doing yourself and your art a disservice. So how's everyone else doing? Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, so there was some study or some art summit where they talked about that. And I don't know. Maybe you have it too. Just like these shadows I see everywhere. And it takes a second, but then I see them. It's not distracting. And I realize one thing, though. I don't see it when it's moving. It has to be something that's still. I realize that. Because now that I'm aware of it, like, if I'm driving, I don't see it. If I'm on a bike or walking, I don't see them. But if I'm stationary and I'm looking at something, then they start coming out. You know what I mean? Triangles. All shapes and sizes. So I'm just going to run with it. You know what I mean? It's not dry yet. Yeah, Picasso. And there are other cubists too. Picasso's one of those artists that get to actually enjoy their fame, right? Think about Van Gogh. Poor son of a bitch. Crazy motherfucker cut his ear off and died poor. And now there's like Van Gogh vodka, like a luxury vodka called Van Gogh. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, someone in that family just got a shitload of money. And it wasn't Van Gogh. Imagine that. Imagine, like, you die broke right now. You know what I mean? Joe Schmo. And then, like, 100 years later, there's, like, Joe Schmo vodka. It's like, God, Joe Schmo is the fucking best. And Joe Schmo, like, died without any money. And died very hungry. And cut his ear off. This is crazy. I don't know. But Picasso got to enjoy his fame. I think he had connections to the Communist Party somewhere or whatever. Yeah, but he was, he lived to enjoy his fame. Which is nice, I guess, right? Artists can enjoy their fame just as much as a football player can, right? But then again, you have pride and gluttony, all those 7 deadly sins. Got to look out for. Go ahead and ruin all the fun, right? Those damn 7 deadly sins. I don't know. All right, so I'm just going to sit around and wait for these things to dry with you. I think the gold... No, just gotta wait. Gotta wait until it feels like regular paper again. Otherwise, you're gonna strip your markers. Hey, you're right. Crab with a knife. Great artists tend to be appreciated only after they're gone. You are right about that. That's why I mean, I try to support living artists, even though I can't really afford to, but I could try. Be it through helping them promote their stuff, my channel or whatever, or just helping reinforce, like, do it. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about the end game. Just worry about the process, and then what'll happen will happen. Like, I'm here to advocate for you to be creative. Um, but yeah, most great artists, I mean, you're right. They don't get appreciated until they're gone. Um, Look at eBay. There's some contemporary artists that are selling their art on eBay, which is cool. For like livable real money, which is cool. But there's a lot that are not. You know what I mean? I just sold my first Fugio Devil like a week or two before Christmas, and I was ecstatic. I think I made $40, but I put $70 into all the material. I think I made like 10 of them. It cost me like $75, but like a lot of time to make. But that's the fun part, making them. But when I sold one, I'm like, oh, I almost made my money back. And just the fact that someone owns something I made, it's a remarkable feeling. And it keeps me, I can't get wrapped up in that feeling, but I need to just let it motivate me to keep making more. And it kind of just helps, uh, like the fact that that thing will be there when I'm dead. That's cool. That will be surviving me. You know what I mean? Hopefully. I like that idea for some reason. Um, I don't know. I like my design sheet. I gotta fall back on this for some ideas. These are cool tattoo ideas. I got a cool tattoo. I like this one. This heart, stemmed heart, and you see like that little like stitch. That could be like the Orthodox cross. And I like the dots. I think dots always add like something about, maybe it's like on your face you have these little dots or whatever. Just add something to it. I do it on all my art. There's little dots everywhere. They're subtle, but they're there, and it kind of brings I don't know, a uniqueness to it or something. I do it on everything now. I put little dots everywhere, and it just brings something to it. I don't know what that is, but it brings something to it. A quaintness or I don't know. Let me check these things now. It's still wet. The heart, I think we can go. So my heart's dry, and then get my black Posca. Bam. This thing is awesome. This thing is dangerous. So now I'm gonna tag the outside of it, and I want it to look thick and chunky. And I don't want it to be perfect. I was telling that to my tattoo artist, who's very talented. Hannah Moretti. She actually tattoos very near where I'll be having my antique booth, which is awesome. Pretty close location. But I had to tell her, like, just make it look a bit hand-drawn, like my heart tattoo, because I want it to look like a human hand made it. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I want to touch that up. So I did this. I got the outline. The middle, I think, was a little bit still wet, so it's smeared, but that's okay. I can go over it in a minute. Just gotta wait till it dries. I think I'm gonna... Now I'm gonna do, I think, some detailing on my heart. All right. Here we go. No, I gotta fix where that smear happened. All right. You see me with those little dots? Just add something to it. I don't know what it is, but it adds something. Like this, ready? Doesn't that add something? A beauty mark, right? Oh, now I gotta do my gold stem. All right, this is ready. Let's go. I'm gonna outline it first. Outline takes focus. All right, so now it's outlined. Now I'm going to add some texture and depth to my stemmed heart. This is like the funnest part, I think. I'm so happy Christmas is over. That was the worst Christmas of my life. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like my soul was in a tug of war of something. God, I'm happy it's over. That was the worst one I ever had. That was the worst Christmas. I don't know. All right. It made me realize how much I really, really like Halloween. Because it doesn't have that spiritual baggage, that emotional, spiritual, I don't know, it's just like that depth of spirituality just could be overwhelming if like you really think about what Christmas is. If you know what I mean? It's like, and then you think about like commercialism, like Linus, was that a Linus on Charlie Brown's Christmas? He freaks out about that. It's really true if you think about it. All right, so this is coming together. My stemmed heart. I kind of want this as a tattoo now. I kind of want to go right now to my tattoo artist and be like, hey, can you give me a tattoo right now? Live. Should I do my tattoo live? Oh, yeah, I think you got Wi-Fi. That's a good idea. You watch me pass out live on camera. As I get my tattoo. I like this. Are they still open? So now I got that. This is done. The heart and the stem, which has to dry again. Now I gotta start seeing my triangles. This part, I don't want to say it's tedious, but it's kind of tedious. I gotta stare at this paper until I see triangles pop out. Then I gotta quickly draw them because they'll start to disappear. So I gotta look, and then when I see when I gotta go. Triangle number 1. And the cool thing is when the triangles collide, that's when it's kind of fun because it's like a challenge to draw it. And it's important to use different colors too, I think. Big one. Uh-oh. I need new orange markers. So I want a bold look. I don't want it to be like a watercolor kind of thing. I want it to be bold. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I gotta get another marker. I got so much crap. Thank God for this store situation. I feel like I'm gonna drown. If I died by antique, though, it'd be kind of cool if I got crushed by my antiques. I'd be into that, checking out. But I mean, I don't want to check out yet. So I'm happy I have an outlet for all this extra stuff. Got it. All right. All right, triangles. I think I gotta eat something. I forget to eat. I have so many projects though. It's good, but I really forget to eat because I've trained myself not to become hungry. It took a while though. It took a while. I used to get so hungry and so upset, like hangry. Is that what it's called? And then after, it just takes time. And then then that goes away. But then I can feel like the stomach's really empty, but I don't have that anger as much as I used to. That hungry anger. But now I gotta make sure I eat, because I'll forget. I'll get caught up in something and I want to eat. And then all of a sudden I'll be out and it'll hit me. I'm like, holy shit, I haven't eaten yet. And then like I'm like in some barn or like an antique mall, you know what I mean? Like a really big one. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? So I have to like manage my food. I gotta like bring like protein bars and shit everywhere. I don't like them, but I gotta eat it. All right, now I gotta go Big Red. All right. It's hard to make small ones with this Posca marker. But yeah, it's a really good red. I don't have a small, I need to get a small red Posca marker. Just go out and buy one. I promise you, you'll love it, and then you'll be like, okay, I need a black one, a gold one. But just go buy one. These big ones are like $10, but it's worth it. Go buy one, your favorite color, play with it, create with it, and then you'll be like, oh, I gotta get another one because I got obsessed with these things. But the gold ones though, oh man, I love it. I just showered everything Sounds kind of weird. In gold, like this skull, this is that gold marker, right? This is a plastic skull. So that gold really does work. And then if you add layers, it just makes it look more rich. You know, like how like a magic marker, it doesn't matter. If you go over it enough, it'll like just kind of like tear the paper. But with these Poscas, it'll make it look more and more rich. Like just keep adding layers of gold. Like let it marker it gold, let it dry, do it again, let it dry, do it again, and then it'll just look more and more rich. It's amazing. All right, I gotta switch it up. Maybe back to, this is like a pink. Let's see. All right. This is, no, it's orange. What is this? It's orange? Orange is my favorite color. I think orange is the color of determination. That's what I've deemed it. Red could be the color of passion. Blue could be the color of trust. Orange is the color of, what did I say? Determination. And I realize the more busy I have my triangles, or the more I put in there, it makes a better background for the hearts stuff. So I'm gonna try to see as many damn triangles as I can. But I really don't try, to be honest with you, I don't like just make up a triangle like, oh, I'll just put one there. I'm really waiting till I see one, and then I just copy what I see. There's no way to prove that, I guess. But, I mean, I have no reason to lie about it. I thought everyone saw that stuff. So it goes to show you, like, perception is unique. Like, what are you seeing that other folks don't see that you never realize? You know what I mean? It's not just me. You know, like, we all see the world differently. Like, I don't know. And I never really would have thought about it unless I was talking to someone and I, you know, communicated with someone about this. And then you realize, oh, okay, well, this is something maybe a little bit different. Today at the art store, I saw an artist desk that was a pretty cool design. It was a desk made of clear, like plexiglass, and it would open up like both ways. You can have like tilt up if you're sketching, but it's great because then you can see all your supplies inside. So as you're drawing, you're like, oh, I need green. Oh, it's over there. Like you can see inside your desk. I thought it was a pretty cool idea. All right. gotta do some more red. And then eventually I'll just stop seeing them. And that's when I know I'm done. Like I'm seeing a lot less now. I don't think I see anymore. I see one. I thought it was something bleeding through from the other side. Because it bleeds through. So maybe this is done. Almost. I see a few more hovering shadows. That's what it looks like, a hovering shadow. Triangle of any size hovering. Shadow. Alright, I think it's done. I don't see anymore. Do you? So that's my background. My heart's gonna go. Is this still wet? No. So I'm gonna glue like this. My heart. I need wings too. But let's do the stem first. I gotta see what side feels the most natural. Something like this. We're gonna go with the gold stem first. I gotta have some kind of board to glue. I love glue sticks. Paper, you gotta use glue stick. All right. All right, glue stick. I can't believe I'm going brick and mortar. I'm ecstatic. I'm gonna go in the garage and work out and play some heavy metal. Oh man, and celebrate just for a moment and then get back to work. I celebrate by working out. It gets me high. I don't drink or anything. I smoke a little bit of weed. I like weed, but I don't drink or nothing else. So I just work out some music and then get back to work. That's how I celebrate. All right. I feel like I don't have a lot of time. I gotta move quickly. You gotta be urgent with your goal, and your dream. You can't dilly-dally. No dilly-dallying allowed here at Vintage Classic Solutions. You can lackadaisically look at an old bottle, or you can lackadaisically look at an old object and admire it. That's cool, but you can't dilly-dally. All right. Okay, so now this is where it kind of really comes together. Let's see. The gold spurting out. Sketches and threads. Oh, I love you. You're so kind and supportive. And I'll return the favor to you. I want to see your Etsy store. All right. Oh, now I got to do the outline. Damn, this is the part I always forget. So I got to outline in between like the I got to frame this in gold. That's what I'm trying to say. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. I realize that. So I got to just kind of avoid running over my triangles, but I got to frame it in gold. Oh, shit. That's all right. My VCS. I put my trains on here. I guess it's all right. I don't want to like mess it up. All right. I'm really excited to curate a live store. I've always curated online my eBay store. Like, I want to provide my customers a virtual antique shop experience as best as I can with the eBay format, curating it thoughtfully, taking photos and everything, and doing that with Instagram as well. Instagram, I curate the hell out of, but now it's gonna be actual like 3D life, which I'm excited about. My store is gonna look magical. All right, so I think this is good. Almost. So now you have this. So now the next part will be you coming with me to the garage, or my antique shop, aka the garage, and looking through my cardboard pile to find pieces that I can make to look like this. So I have to get two pieces. This one's a better example. I need to get a back piece and then another one, and you see how I just kind of cut them up to expose the, different pieces and the colors. So I need to do that. So I don't dare carry my phone live through my messy life because it's there's a lot of stuff in my house. So what I'm gonna do is probably eventually in a minute end this live stream, and then we'll go live in the garage a little bit, but not just yet. I can probably do art. I can get crafty in the garage. I don't think it's that cold. Cold's been killing me. My garage is not insulated, so the morning it's like I'm up before the dawn. It's just you're out there and it just gets you the cold. But now it's warmed up a little bit. Before I gotta get the wings on here. What am I doing? All right, time for the wings. The wings are fun to cut because they can look totally however you want. The wings on my heart tattoo on my back are based off of a Mexican folk art piece. I drew the heart. I love drawing hearts, but the wings are based off of folk art, a Mexican folk art piece. And then I incorporated that into a tattoo. All right. So that's one wing. And then You can train yourself to get not hungry too, but it's gotta suck though, because you gotta take a while, and that while you'll be angry a lot. But I can tell you, you do train your stomach to not react like, oh, I'm so fucking starving, like I'm so angry. No, that feeling's gone away. Do I get hungry and grumpy sometimes? Yeah, I'm still human, but that feeling, I feel like it's not as raw as it used to be by far. Because now I can go without eating almost all day and not realize it until I'm like, wait a minute, like my stomach feels like a black hole, and then so that's when I gotta eat. So you can train yourself to not get hungry, but it takes a while. And also when you perform as a musician, you always want to perform hungry. Like when I draw my bottle, so I take that aesthetic into my life. When I draw the bottle live, I'm hungry. When I perform, I'm hungry. Because if you perform a music instrument and you're stuffed, you can be all lethargic and I don't know, not on the edge. Something about being hungry puts you on edge. I don't know, maybe like a fight or flight mode. It's activated more so. So I learned the hard way. I went on stage a couple times like stuffed or whatever, and I was like, never again, never again. All right, so the wings gotta dry, and then I gotta glue those to the heart, and then I gotta think about what else I want to add. I think that's it though. I'm gonna add this cross thing in the heart. I like this. That's good. I like this touch because it looks like a stitched up heart, like healing, or it could symbolize the Orthodox cross, right? So I like that. That's something I like. And then I kind of look at this as a tattoo. I kind of want to go tonight and be like, I want this tattoo on my body somewhere. I like that. All right, so it's wing time. Now I gotta outline the wings. No, wait, these are way too wet. The wings are kind of the hardest part because I don't know. Wings are kind of hard, like drawing a wing. Like a wing of what? Like a cherub, a hawk, owl. I don't know. So it's gonna dry. In the meanwhile, I have to get more of these. Do I have any more of these skulls? I do. These styrofoam skulls I have. I think I got some more in the garage, so we'll be doing that as well. But yeah, now it's time to speed up. Sketches and threads. Yeah, speed up. Just get going, and then you'll speed up, and that'll become like your new norm, and you'll get a lot more done. I think it's important to, when it comes to our passions, to really step on the gas, and use, be decisive as you can, and trust your gut. I go enough. Yep. Not to be hungry at work up to 7 hours. I go without food, but I need a snack there after. Yeah, you gotta have something. I do these protein. They're from Trader Joe's. They're called barbells, I think, and they're like vegan, or they can be vegan if you want that. But like 22 grams of protein. So I need to eat 3 of those a day to like not shrink to nothingness. So but I haven't been eating 3 of those a day. I eat like 2 of those a day or 1 of them a day because I don't like sweets anymore. But I gotta begrudgingly eat one of those damn things, and then I'll eat cheese, or I don't know. I like Swiss cheese, and then I gotta eat protein. Oh yeah, and then for pistachios. My emergency food is pistachios. Like if I need to gain weight, like oh my god, my pants are getting too big, I'll eat pistachios because they're healthy, and Trader Joe's sells those like just plain. like raw, and I'll just eat those, and I can put on a little weight if I have to. All right, so these wings. Almost. It's gonna look nice. I love the gold and the silver together. All right, I get so, like with Christmas, I get so sick of silver or of red and green color scheme that I really like to go to the silver and gold. Like someone asked me, like, what's a good color scheme for Christmas besides red and green? Silver and gold. All right. Outline. There's even a song, right? Silver and gold. Christmas song. All right. And now I gotta add little feather thingies. Like so. Like, I recommend to you artists out there, like, if you came across a little bit of money for Christmas or whatever, treat yourself, go to the art supply store and get some, like, fancy art markers. Just get 2 or whatever and just try them. And you'll see what I mean. It's, like, really, they're great tools. It's so different than, like, your cheap, like, magic marker. They're way different. And it'll give your art a different look. What am I doing here? Why does it look like this? That was good. All right. I got confused with my wing orientation here for a moment. Wing number 2. So now it's time for the glue stick. Gonna give this heart some wings. The wing 1. And wing 2. Boom, boom, boom. So there's that. I don't like, see how this one, like that bugs me, like how that heart, that triangle's, like that marker ran out, that's bugging me, so I gotta fill it in. I gotta get, oh, that's what I need, because I was at the art supply store this morning looking for like a chain for a cross, an old cross, and I stopped the marker section. I forgot to get I need small red ones. All right. So, that, oh wait, and then, so then the skull, I'll put a skull at the base. Probably another gold one, it'll look something like this. I don't think a white, it's gotta be gold. So I need to go now to the garage in a minute, and then I'll find cardboard. We'll cut up some cardboard, and we'll complete this art project together. So I'm gonna end this, get coffee, eat, and then I'll see you live in the garage in about maybe a half hour. So thanks for checking in, and we'll see you in a little bit.